let's do Game Club then.
Okay, let's
Every
do it.
week we talk about a video game chapter, if it's chapter sequential, or just how we were experiencing the game.
Yes.
And of course, this time we are talking about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. We're currently on chapter 11.
I
You can
believe
play
it was
along
11.
with us
Yep.
and see if you agree, disagree, see what happened to you
Yep.
in the current chapter.
Yes, and this currently is available on Game Pass.
It is currently available on Game Pass.
If you've got Game Pass, you can just play along.
Yeah, catch up.
Yep.
Catch up and play
It wouldn't
along.
take that long to catch up.
No. And of course, massive spoiler alert, because we are going to be discussing the chapter in depth
Yes.
and spoiling everything.
As much as we can remember.
As much as we can remember. I have a chapter
Synopsis?
out
very good.
so that I can remember, because it was been 2 weeks now.
Okay.
since
Fair
I
enough.
played this
Fair enough.
chapter.
That's because you snuck ahead.
I snuck ahead because
Yeah.
I couldn't just leave it at the end of chapter 10. I was like, no, we got to keep going. We got to see what's going on.
Yeah. So, this chapter opens with us walking in blackness on water
Yep.
with like what looks like a planetoid in the distance that you're walking towards.
Yep. And Adam Warlock is with us.
Yep. And we're in the psyche of
Drax. The Destroyer.
because we got to break him out of his promise.
Yeah.
Which is like this sort of cult-like supernatural. I don't know. What would you call it?
It's just like a cult.
Yeah, but it's like taking over the mind,
Yeah,
like
they take
with
over
some sort of power. It's not like he's just sort of like, yeah, this is a cool
This
idea.
is great. I'm going to subscribe to this cult.
Yeah, it's like he's been like indoctrinated, but like
Yeah.
through some power or something
Yeah.
like that. So the idea is we're entering his head, and we're literally entering his head. Like it turns out we're walking towards his head,
Yeah.
floating in space.
It looks like a green planet, but it's actually just the top of his head.
I think it wasn't green for me because maybe the skin I'm using, he's purple or something like that.
Yes, that must be it. Yeah, because I've got his standards. I've got everyone in their standard skins.
No, I change them up all the time. Like Gamora looks super demonic in my playthrough.
Oh, yeah, you
She's
got
like
her in
all
the
red.
Five
and-
Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
skin.
big time. Thankfully, this time when we go in, what's her name's not with us. Mantis.
Oh, Mantis.
She's outside.
Yeah.
I just don't like her little nicknames she has for them, like Green Meanie
Green
and
Meanie.
Little Fluffy and all that
Little
stuff.
furry. Yeah.
Little furry.
I thought. Yeah. Like I said before, I liked everything that came
Yeah.
out of her mouth. I thought it was hilarious.
But we walk in, we enter Drax's mind, and we're in his memories of his home planet or something, I guess. I don't know. It's very, like, tribal looking, but very dark, and I don't know. It was like...
Yeah. Well. First off, I think we fight Thanos.
Well, that's when
In his mind.
we're in his mind.
Yeah, we go in his mind.
Yeah. And we encounter Thanos for some reason. I don't know why was he there, really.
Well, because Drax killed him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought Tony Stark killed him.
In that universe, he does.
Oh,
But
okay.
in the Guardians of the Galaxy universe, Drax kills
Okay.
Thanos.
Okay. So we're in there, and then we're fighting Thanos, and he, like... I don't know. This was supposed to be a puzzle fight, I guess. I don't know. But it was, like, very obvious what you had to do, where Thanos splits in two, and it's like, oh, you just keep splitting. Oh, there's, like, 10 Thanoses fighting
Yeah.
us.
I just kept fighting so I get all the experience.
I mean, I got experience when it ended, too, but...
I wanted to get the maximum amount that I could.
It was, I don't know, Mantis said something where it's like, I don't even remember what she said, but it was very obvious that you're supposed to lose the fight.
Yeah.
So once I split them 2 times, I just was like, all right, you can kill me now. And
I kept fighting to try and get more experience.
yeah, I should have probably just kept going to see how many we could get on the screen. Like,
you
there's
could
like
get a
100
lot on
Thanoses
there.
running around. I think when I finished, there was like, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 6. Is that even possible to have 6?
Yes, because there were way more for me.
No, I don't think it's possible to have 6. I think it's only possible to have 5 or 7. So it was like 5 or 7 of them, because the 1 splits into 2,
Yeah.
and then 2 splits into 3, and then 3 splits into
But depending on
4. Oh, I guess you could do it.
you
Yeah.
could. You just keep splitting. Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
ton on the screen, and it was actually not. I couldn't actually like start killing them because there were too many killing.
Yeah, there was whatever. I just was like, all right, kill me, and then he clobbered me, and then they're like, oh, you did it, and I was just like, yeah, congrats to me, I figured it out.
I was like, I know what I have to do, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it was very obvious you're supposed to die.
Yeah.
So then we continue on after that, and we can hear Drax, or no, we see a scene of Drax. He's digging up a grave before we fight Thanos. I don't know what he was doing. They said something he has to dig forever or something like that. It was very, I don't know what was the point of the grave digging. Then you jump off, or this is right before you fight Thanos. Drax yeets himself off the cliff. And the one thing I'm noticing is that the game loads so fast that obviously things that are supposed to be said while things load are missed. Because like it's obvious that when I jump off the cliff, it's supposed to load the next section. And while you're falling, Peter Quill is like saying something like, "Well, I hope there's something I land on down here that's and then it like it ends before he finishes what he's saying. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. But you land down on the ground and then you fight Thanos, whatever. And then the next time we see Drax is you can see him and his daughter off in the distance and they're having like a nice moment or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to chase him, which I thought was going to be through some sort of labyrinth, you know, to find him. But it was just, they imply the way it looked is it was going to be like a labyrinth, but there's no way to not get
not
through.
A labyrinth. You ain't getting lost.
I'm noticing there's like a lot of things in this game where it's like, this is just put in here to fill time.
Yeah.
Like there was no reason really for it because you couldn't get lost. It was, you'd see Drax like run by from a different direction, and then you look down the direction and it's literally a pathway that goes 2 feet, not connected to anything, and he just like appeared there to run out. So it's just done to like, I don't know, create a.
It's done for the aesthetics and
it is done for the aesthetics, but it's like the exact same thing when we were walking through on Nowhere, when we were walking through like the warehouse of brains.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what's the point of this?
You can go this way, get to the side, or you can go this way.
Yeah. And there's nothing, there's nothing. And I mean, that was another time where it was like, this was just put in here so they could play these voice lines of Peter Quill pretending to be Rocket Raccoon and stuff like that. So anyways, you eventually catch up to Drax and you're trying to appeal to
and
him and his daughter,
wife calling off in the distance to come
like,
for dinner.
It's dinner's ready. So he goes, like a little portal opens based off of the little part of Adam Warlock's psyche that escaped, I guess, is what this thing is. The black crystalline. I don't even know what you would call this creature thing.
No, I don't even know either yet.
It was just part of Adam Warlock's psyche that escaped. That was the thing we released like at the start of the game, was this black, weird alien cloud that looks like it's made of crystal. I don't even know. So they walk through it. The portal starts to close and Adam Warlock's like, I got it. Let me hold it open. But oh no, the bad guys are attacking. We got to protect Adam Warlock while he's holding this thing open.
Yeah, there's all these little like
grubs,
creepy crawly grubby things, and you got to destroy their nests.
I did not get hit one time in this whole battle. Like this was just a time waster. Basically.
Definitely. Hey, let's put something in here to do.
So you go around, you kill these things, you lock onto them, you shoot them, they explode. Like it was nothing. Oh, and that was the other thing too. We forgot when we fought Thanos, right before Thanos, we finally unlocked Rocket Raccoon. He's not a doucher anymore. So they unlocked the Rocket Raccoon like special attack that does a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
Did you actually use it or no? I just did it when Thanos came out because I was like, okay.
I can't remember if I have that unlocked.
Well, it said because he did the water thing and he's anyways. It said I unlocked it. So with this Thanos fight, I just was like, all right, let's rally up, boys. So I did the rally first. They liked my rally, so they were doing extra damage. And then I did Rocket's like ultimate attack, which is him just pulling out like 1,000 guns and just blasting everything.
Yeah, it's cool. He's just like all these guns just come out and just starts blasting.
Yeah, so he did a ton of damage there. So I'm looking forward to see what Drax's super ability. I mean, there's only 5 chapters left, I think. So they got in the next 3-4 chapters, they got to unlock everybody's super ability. Like there's no more waiting here, right? I'm assuming everyone's going to have a super ability, but who knows?
Yeah, they do, because they all have that one that's locked at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, but still, like that doesn't mean they actually fill it.
Yeah, I guess that's true too. Oops, ran out of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it in there.
So anyways, we kill the little things, we go through the portal, and then we're in another flashback to like their house, I guess, where like Drax's wife, I can't remember her name. She's like stirring the pot of stew and like, come on over, let's have dinner. And again, we're trying to appeal to Drax like, hey, this isn't real. Like, come on, let's go back.
Let's get out of here.
And he's torn, whatever. And he goes through again. The little black portal comes up and Adam Warlock runs over and holds it. But this time we have to destroy 5 pods, not 3.
Yes.
So we destroy the 5 pods and we go through. We see Drax's family and they're sitting there looking very... So, I don't know. I mean, like, every alien in all these Marvel movies and everything's just like a sexy humanoid. Like his wife's looking sexy over there. Drax is looking sexy over here.
Humanoids.
So
I guess the upright bipedal method is the way of the universe.
It's the sexiest way, I guess. I don't know. So, anyways, we're appealing to Drax, and I don't even think we had a choice. It just played out and it was like, yes, I agree. You're right. I got to come with you. They were alive. Now they're dead. So then Drax goes over, gives him a hug like, oh, I'll miss you. And then kills them both.
Yeah, he kills them both.
Stabs them with his blades. And then we go back to the real world. And that's basically the chapter.
Yeah.
Pretty short. A short one.
Not much happens.
Very story focused.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock, actually, that's part we met sort of at the end of the chapter, is he combines back with the black mass or whatever it is to become regular Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
Gets rid of his beard, gets rid of his hair, long hair, because that's what happens when your psyche breaks into 2.
Yeah.
Your shirt falls off, you get a beard, and your hair gets greasy. So he's back in his Adam Warlock gear. And I guess actually there's a little more that happens too. We're trying to leave the planet with Drax. We're worming our way through the tunnels, trying to escape. This is strictly, we can move Peter Quill, but like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing to adventure and check out or anything like that.
I don't even think I moved Peter Quill.
Well, we had to walk along the little cliff face while Adam Warlock is telling us the story.
I think he automatically walks if you don't walk him.
Oh, wow. Okay, then. Well, we walk out and Adam Warlock talks about how him and Raker were working together somehow and sort of everybody coming for him for healing, I guess. Yeah. Sort of gave him he got a big ego and it kind of broke off, and this is what happened, and this is where the promise kind of came from.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about it, there is an option here where Peter Quill is talking about Nikki or Corel, like, what's the deal? And you can choose like, oh, we can get Corel to be back to life, or we can rescue Nikki. Like, you have to sort of prioritize what you're going to do. I'm like, well, Corel's dead. Nikki's still alive. I'll just say, oh, we can rescue Nikki or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if that's going to make a difference at all to anything, but that's what I said. And we finish worming our way through the tunnel and we get to the outside, and it's just like the planet's being invaded by the Promise.
Oh. Did
you not see that?
No.
Because the chapter didn't end until...
Yeah, no, I don't remember any of that.
Okay. Because I got the achievement when we were back on the ship right after this part.
Yeah. Huh.
So
Weird.
Maybe...
I was like poking through and like making sure I didn't go further than chapter 11.
Okay, maybe this was the start of chapter 2 then. I don't know. Because like my achievement when I was playing it that said I completed chapter 11 came up when I was back on the ship.
Yeah. Huh.
So I don't know if maybe it was delayed or something like that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure now. Yeah, I don't remember any of that, but maybe it did happen. Just it was.
I think you would remember it because. Yeah. So maybe it was just a delayed achievement, because as soon as that popped up, I was like, okay, no more. I've defeated chapter 11.
Yeah.
But anyways, they were.
Yeah, I guess
there was something. They were the promise was there on the planet coming through. So, but yeah, very story focused.
Yeah. Definitely.
Chapter. It was fine. They put in the fighting part to break it up because otherwise like, the whole chapter was straight up story. Yeah. Same thing with the Thanos fight. It was like, okay, I fought Thanos. That's interesting, I guess, but it was just like
just more fan service than anything.
I mean, it was not even really a point to it, really.
No.
So the game is definitely very like not. It's like a hallway. You just go from point A to point B. Maybe you can slide off to the left a little bit or the right, but you're always
find some
back.
crafting materials,
Yeah.
find some new costumes, but
Yeah.
you're always back.
Nowhere was just like, I mean, in theory, it was an open area you could go through and check it out, but there's nothing you had to do there.
No.
There's no like, I mean, there's no side missions or anything in this game.
No.
Like,
No
definite missed opportunity. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy 2 will be more of a, hey, we're space heroes. Like, let's go
Let's go
space
do
hero
stuff.
it up. Whereas this was a specific story they wanted to tell
Yeah.
in a gameplay.
Yeah.
It was like they couldn't make a movie, so they had to settle for making a game.
Yeah.
Which I'm enjoying it. It's
Oh,
fine,
yeah, for
whatever. But yeah, this was very much it could have been one long 20-minute cutscene, honestly. Would have been exactly the same impact, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I still recommend the game, and Rocket was totally not a doucher this chapter too.
Yeah.
So
great.
that's great. I like that a lot because
Yep.
he was getting on my nerves big time in the last chapter. But I think they probably built that up perfectly where it's like, oh yeah, he's a total peckerhead. And now it's like, oh, finally, when you reach the breaking point, he's like, okay, I'll not be a doucher.
Yeah.
So still recommended. Still check it out. It's on Game Pass.
It is on Game Pass.
You could catch up to where we are in probably
a sitting.
a little more
maybe a
than
couple
that.
sittings.
I would say you
Depends
could,
on who you
it's
are,
probably
what you do.
it's probably an hour a chapter. So you'd probably be up to where we are in like 11 hours.
Yeah.
Because this chapter was not.
No.
An
There
hour
are
long.
some short chapters.
There are longer ones, and like the Nowhere one can be a lot longer if you
Fudge around.
mess around and look at everything, but you can get to this point pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, for
So,
sure.
I would recommend.
Highly.
Yep.
Before we talk about the news,
Uh-huh.
patreon.com/StreamVoidPod. Get in there, throw some money at the screen, get access to all of the pre-show chatter. There was a lot this episode. There's going to be like an hour and a half of pre-show chatter.
Lots of it.
Even a half an hour of stuff that nobody had got to listen to but us in our own ear holes.
That's right.
Yep, not even broadcast to Twitch or any of the other platforms that we broadcast to,
Prime.
i.e. Facebook
Prime.
and YouTube. And no, we're not on Prime yet.
Oh, okay.
But we could be.
I mean,
Could
we're
be
missing
on
that
Prime.
one view.
We are missing that one view. So yeah, get in there, throw some money at the screen, get access to everything, the pre-show, the post-show, and you get access to the podcast tonight.
Oh,
Sunday.
baby.
Not Wednesday, Sunday.
Very good.
Yes.
What a hot deal.
It is a hot deal.
That's for
tiers.
any donation, any tier.
donations.
Oh,
The $1
just-
tier, the $2 tier,
Any
the
tier
$3
helps.
tier, the $69,420 tier.
This is a money loser for me right now. So any tier is a great tier to be
Any
on.
tier is a great tier. Yeah, get in there. Pay our hosting fees.
Yeah, it's not that much. Should just set a goal of the hosting fees. I don't know what the goal would be to give out if we reach it, but yeah. Anyways, it's all good. I'm not going to go to the poorhouse.
Yeah.